Good morning, everyone. Hope you're feeling well, doing all right. Um, what I'd like to do for you today is run through our Tien breathing um, and just go through these simple breathing practices so that we can really benefit from the calmness that it brings, the meditative state that we can achieve, and also when we use our breathing nice and deeply, it can help really oxygenate all of the blood, making us lovely and healthy all around the body. So there's huge benefits that come from this sort of breathing. Now, what we will be trying to do is take the breath deep down into the lungs. So we want to be using the diaphragm, which is this sling of muscle underneath the lungs. For that, we need the belly to be expanding rather than the top of our body, the ribs and the shoulders to be expanding. So when we breathe in, initially we're going to place the hands over the tummy. I'd like you to just try and see if you can breathe into your hands, imagining that there's a balloon situated down here, and that the balloon is inflating, and then the balloon is being contracted to expel the air. When we expel the air, you're going to tighten the muscles of the abdomen. You're also going to tighten the muscles of the pelvic floor. So squeeze the muscles down in the groin region, lifting them up, and try and breathe out nice and evenly the whole way. Yeah. So this breathing is going to be in and out through the nose, but deep down into the body. So when we do this, we can stand or sit. But what I'd like you to have a think about is how long your back is. When we stand, sometimes we can think about this being really tall. We've got the old shoulders back and down. But as you can see, my body is pretty rounded. My spine sticking forwards. What I'd like you to try to do is bring yourself more upright and even just tuck your pelvis under. You see, just tucking the pelvis under a little bit rather than having that forward lean. Tuck it under with the knees soft will help tremendously. Now you can sit down doing this as well. If you are, just again, remember not to be sitting against the back of the chair if possible, and to sit nice and tall so we can get the full use of the lower region of our body as well as the lung capacity at the top. This will hopefully get us up to 20% more breath within the lungs. Okay. So we'll start by just simply placing the hands over the tummy. If you want, you can even place one above, and we want to be breathing into the lower hand. Okay. So take a breath in, feel the hands on the tummy expand, and breathe out. Press the tummy with your hands and lift up the pelvic floor. Breathe in, expand the tummy, breathe out, pull up the pelvic floor and tighten. Let's do that 4 more times. Now you can go as quickly or as slowly as you wish, but we are trying to make the breathing even, full, and long to maximize the benefits here. Now release the hands so that the fingers point down. This part of the hand on both sides is facing each other. just down in front of the thighs. Again, if you're sitting down, just place the hands gently on the thighs so that these two parts are facing. Again, we're going to do 6 breaths, just the same way. Just visualize the expansion of the tummy. That'll ensure that the diaphragm is allowing the lungs to fully fill, and then contract and tighten using all these muscles to help expel the air. 6 breaths. Don't forget to keep tall through the crown. Squeezing the pelvic floor as well. Use the muscles. Breathing into the energy center called the Dantian down. About 3 finger breadths below the belly button and 3 finger breadths inside. That's the area where our energy, our chi, is stored. 2 more breaths. Now bring the hands up, bring them close, but try not to let them touch, and feel the communication between the 2 palms. The hands just gently cupped, but not touching. About here in front of the chest, so the elbows are down, the shoulders are relaxed, and just a gentle concave of the chest at the front. 6 breaths here. Again, keeping that expansion of the belly button on the in-breath, and then tighten that region and the pelvic floor on the out-breath. Let your awareness come to the warmth, energy, the chi beginning to create between the hands. Remember, on the out-breath, in this particular practice, we are tightening those muscles to help expel the air, not relaxing down. As the out-breath goes, we're not relaxing that lower region. Now moving into our open and close hands, where the hands come to about head width, and then on our in-breath, everything expands to about shoulder width. Hands, and then press, squeeze the hands together to about head width. In-breath and out-breath. Now here we can feel gentle resistance, almost like magnets pushing. That is going to help create some work in the muscles. It's a bit difficult to press together sometimes. Breathe in, expand the body, expand the lungs. Breathe out, press. If anybody is feeling that their legs are getting tired now because of that soft knee bend, remember you can continue this sitting if you prefer. Just stay nice and tall through your posture. One more. Just let the hands come down again, just shining along that line of the thighs. And just pause here. Just relax your breathing. Just let it come normally. Maybe over time we'll start to find that we are actually starting to breathe a little bit more naturally by using this contraction. Yeah, but it is a practice. It is something very mindful that we're doing at the moment. Yeah. Okay, one more. So bring your hands back up in front of the chest. We're going to circle. So bring the hands out and down, softening the knees. Now breathe in as the hands rise and breathe out as the hands lower. In and out. Now you can soften the knees here a little bit more and rise up as you breathe in. And then using the legs a little bit more, strengthening as that knee bend. Lift up. Making sure the knees don't pass over the line of the toes. Or if you're looking for a little more, just stay down. Keep breathing in, expanding the abdomen, breathing out. That ruined the ambience, didn't it? Computer sitting on the spot. I think that might be our time to finish, huh? Just let the hands radiate along the line of the thighs. Listen to the birds.